State Bank and Trust has been invested in Winfield and Marion County for more than a century, and today we remain deeply committed to meeting the needs of local families and businesses with excellent financial products and friendly down-home service.
But more than that, we're dedicated to supporting the growth, success, and well-being of our community as a whole. Because when it comes right down to it, there's nothing more important than community.
And just like our outstanding city officials, police, and fire departments, you can count on State Bank and Trust to help make Winfield and Marion County a great place to live for everyone who calls this area home.
Hello everyone, this is Chuck from Span Hardware in Winfield, Alabama. Good to be with you today, and I just want to let you know we've got some new things this year for the spring season. As you can see, Stihl now has the lawnmower. We're going to have a full line of the Stihl zero-turn mowers. We have a full line of the Stihl weed trimmer and chainsaws. Just about anything you need to maintain your home this spring and summer. From lawn and garden equipment to paint to hardware, anything you need. Come see us. We'll help you if we can. Thank you.
This is Eric Simmons from Furniture Depot. We have a store in Guin and Fayette. We've been serving the people of Northwest Alabama for 23 some odd years. We'd like to be your furniture store if you'd let us. And we'd like to thank you for your business this past year and invite you to come and shop with us this coming year and for the years to come. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.
Hello, Lee Hines here, owner-operator of Alexander's Heating and Air Conditioning. We've been family owned and operated since 1954, proudly serving Marion, Fayette, and Lamar County. We are carrier factory authorized dealers, but service all makes and models. We specialize in residential and light commercial HVAC systems. So as we get ready to enter another hot Alabama summer, please remember Alexander's Heating and Air for all your HVAC needs.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties. You don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.
Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
At Bowen Funeral Home, we understand the importance of a personal commitment to provide quality services and products with value to meet every family's need. You'll find very caring professionals that truly desire to offer dignified service and true value that families need and desire during the loss of their loved one. With our newly renovated facilities, services, and quality merchandise, you can rest assured that we stand ready to meet the needs of your family in honoring lives lived. Bowen Funeral Home is located at 981 Alabama Highway 253, just south of Winfield High School. Call Tommy Bowen, Certified Funeral Service Practitioner, at 205-487-4327.
Okay, let's pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this another day of life, and we thank you for the blessings you've given us. We ask that you would be with us during this meeting, and may everything we do be pleasing and acceptable in your sight. Remind us that we represent the people of Winfield and the citizens of this community. For it's in Christ's name I pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sure it's night now before we got the party.
Have a thing against you.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the old chair back. You did it.
Oh, did you? Like the left here. Had it reclined.
They did. I'd like to welcome everybody to July the 2nd Winfield City Council meeting. First item on the agenda is approve the minutes from the June 25th, 24 meeting. If nobody's got any questions or comments on how we're recording those minutes, I need to ask for a motion to approve. Gina made a motion to approve, and I second. Larry second. All in favor? Next item on the agenda is Regina. Yeah, go ahead, Regina.
Good evening. I am here this evening to ask for permission to post a part-time aid job opening. This one is it's one that's already been, that I have, but Kaylin, who had dropped down to like just substitution, weekends and fill-ins, she actually fully resigned a few months ago. We've been, doing okay at the moment, but now one of the part-time aide that I have that does part-time aide and janitorial, she would like to step down to just janitorial and fill in, and so I need permission to post the opening for her part-time aide position that she will be stepping out of. It'll be the same hours, it won't be any change in the budget or how we've been doing.
All right. She's asking to post that position. They'd ask for a motion to let her post that vacant position. Gina made a motion. Larry second. All in favor? All right.
Thank you guys very much. And before I leave, I wanted to get you, this is the proposal that I finally got that they sent from Alabama Power. This is the lighting proposal to upgrade the lighting. There's actually two on there. The one on the very back is for the outside lighting, and the one on the front is the information they sent after they came and took a look at the lights. That is what they proposed, and they said that if we want to meet with them to talk about it, you guys can, let me know, and we can, Gina or one can contact them for a meeting. So I just wanted to leave that for y'all to look at, and hopefully we can get together soon. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Next item on the agenda is the Charter Communications franchise. We had that on the last meeting, and they agreed to the terms that we had discussed. So, I'm on this on the copy you got out. So we agreed on the changes that we wanted made. Last meeting was a 15 with a
5-year term and 2.3.
Yeah, 5-year with 2.3. Everybody remember that Todd's got it. They agreed to that, and I need to ask for a motion to approve this franchise agreement with Charter. Tim made a motion. Keith second. All in favor? I need to ask if I could to we'd like to amend the agenda for the next item on the agendas of it's a business. We're not going into executive session, but I need to discuss something I'd like the council to vote on for going into a contract on a retail group. I asked for a motion to amend the agenda. Gina made a motion. Larry second. All in favor? What this is, I've sent most everybody, except I think mine didn't go through to Larry. I sent a copy of a card, a business card. It's a retail strategy group that I've been talking with about trying to see what their ideas was for Winfield, and what their thoughts was, and asked for an agreement for 1 year, do a 1 year agreement, contract with them for 1 year to come in and assess and see what they can get as far as retail development at exit 30 with all what we've got going on. So we reached out because it's based on retail, based on sales tax revenues, what we're trying to accomplish up there in the long scheme of things. And of course, we know the hospital gets 1 cent and the school gets a portion of the sales tax, roughly 1.85, roughly close to that. And of course, our school has agreed and the hospital has agreed to do their part to go into contract, for us to go into contract with this company for 1 year. And our part basically be about what we were paying C3 for their efforts to try to help, mainly for jobs, but retail not only provides jobs, but it provides a tax base for us. I have real strong feelings that this company will produce something for us in the first year, and then we got an option to go another year later or whatever, sign a longer contract with them. But I'd like to ask the council, our part's roughly going to be roughly $30,000, and I'd like to ask the council to allow us to go into contract. I mean, the reason I want to amend the agenda and do it now is where I can go ahead and get them started, because we've got a lot of things going on up there we're having to do traffic studies and different things, and it can be very beneficial while we're doing what we're doing for them to go ahead and get started. I'd like to ask a motion for council to allow the city to go into that contract for 1 year with retail strategists.
So when you say the school or the hospital, are you talking about like a percentage or?
Yeah, it's kind of, they get one, ours is we'll pay the biggest part because ours is 2.15, and then of course theirs is the 1.85 or whatever. We'll pay the biggest part, and our part's roughly around 30,000.
That's how much the contract is, so what's their part?
The contract, the total contract is probably 60,000. Our part is going to be roughly 30, a little over 30.
I think we need help, development help.
I mean, I think it's, like I said, I feel real strong that we'll see, major improvements from them for their effort to do something in the first year. Gina made a motion, Tim second, all in favor. I appreciate that. I'll be in touch with them to get this underway and get things started with. I'll go over some other stuff on the old business when we get to it about. This other item that I don't hear is a work travel expense. I think I'm going to make a recommendation to the council that to maybe, so for lack of term, put this thing to bed where we'll quit being having to discuss it and worry about it or whatever. I think anytime there's overnight stay out of town, if it's overnight stay, the way we've got it set up, 15, 15, and 30, for as a meal reimbursement, I think that's pretty much a given for if they're out of town and having to stay overnight. Those 3 meals, I think, should be included in that travel expense. I think we should pay it. I don't think that we need to allow for a breakfast or lunch if it's not an overnight stay, unless it's in the middle of the day, if it's over a 35-mile radius, to allow for a lunch. I mean, I think that would be the simplest way to do it, unless the council's got any other comment on how we need to do that travel expense for the meal reimbursement.
Yeah, put it in.
I'm gonna ask a motion for a motion and second to approve that for how the travel expense, how the meal reimbursement should be. Got a motion from Tim, second from Keith, all in favor. The next item on the agenda is old business. Instead of going, let me start, if you don't mind, I'm gonna start on old business first. The other thing that we've been kind of kicking down the road and kicking different ways is this pickleball court part. We started this when it originally started with a tennis court, about getting the tennis court resurfaced and set up to be able to accommodate pickleball too. We had a contract. I say a contract. We went into a contract through Gina with the park that we have got some money invested in for a group to oversee, advise, or whatever on that project. But the requirements that they had for the pickleball court was one thing is where we had problems getting bids, is it said it could have no cracks in the concrete. So we never did get nobody to bid. Nobody bidded on it, and that kind of put a halt. That slowed things down. And of course, we know since November to now that we have voted to spend X amount of dollars to go toward building this court. But as of to date, I mean, unless, I don't know if Angie's, I took it that I was going to try to get 3 competitive or 4, if ever, how many competitive bids I could get for trying to get a bid to where we could start and get this finished maybe before winter. But still, as to date, I'm having trouble getting very many bids to do it. So I'd like the council to decide, which Todd can weigh in a little bit for the dollar amount, I think, which there's nobody here except for one park board member. I think the park employees can help with certain parts of this to where we wouldn't have to hire it out to have it done, to maybe cut the cost a little bit for painting and different things, I think, on the court. But I would like for the council to decide tonight, because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm not trying to get it done. If we're going to have to put it out for bid, we need to put it out for bid. We have got one person that gave a price back in November that will still honor their price that I know of. And I spoke with James earlier today, and I think that you had a bid that was going to turn in possibly today. That being said, if we want to try to put it out for bid again, locally or in the paper or ever how you want to do it, or if we want to hire an engineer and let our engineer put it out for bid and go that route. But I would like for us to do one way or the other, try to get this project started and finished. So I'm open for any comment or any ideas that the council may have. We have the money to pay for it. I mean, Gina had said something about that we had agreed to use X amount of dollars with the CARES Act money, I think. We don't necessarily have to tap into that because I feel like we can use that money as well on this project that we got going on up at Exit 30.
Neither parties submitted a written bid?
Sir?
Neither one of the two submitted a written bid?
Submit a written bid?
Yeah.
I had a written bid submitted in November of last year.
Yeah, we still got the one that's in November, from November, that they said they were still on there. But I hadn't got any, I don't have any other bid on it.
There's probably $20,000-$30,000 worth of land, earthwork got to be done on there to put that concrete slab in.
Might be included that.
Yeah, it's got to have some work done to where it's going. A path's got to be built. I think they've staked that off, or was in the process of
Gina
staking
was
it.
supposed to.
Where it's going up there, though.
I'm telling you right now, you put it down when it's 110 degrees, it's going to crack all over the place.
People are laying concrete every day.
Huh?
I said people are laying concrete every day.
I know I see a lot of trouble.
I know they are for a fact.
But I'd like the council, I just need some direction to say do it or don't do it, or do it this way or do it that way. I'm just ready to do it. I mean, people play pickleball now in the tennis court, I think.
Well, I'm ready to move forward. Can you give us, like, Todd, what we need to do? Like, what's your suggestion?
Well, Mayor, this came up yesterday for me on another matter with another client. And the bid law, the $100,000. And you can't break things down. For example, if we've got a bid, it's under $100,000 to do the dirt work and for the pad. Say it's $75,000. That means that we can get everything else done, lighting, fencing, everything else, for $25,000. Because you got to stay under 100. You can't break it up into parts so that if the total project is more than 100, then if we do it that way without bidding it, without having open bids, advertised open bids, then we're pretty much limited to what we can spend beyond that on the pickleball court. But we can bid it in packages. You could and go over $100,000, or you could bid the concrete work, concrete and dirt work, and it's a $75,000. Well, then if you bid the next part of it, also, you're bidding it. And so if you go over 100, it's fine. But you need to bid each package. So you can either have an engineer do it and bid it as put together bid plans, or if you think you can save some money by bidding it out in packages, bid the concrete work or bid the dirt work in the concrete, and then bid the other stuff too. As long as you're bidding it, as advertising and opening it to the public to bid on it, you're meeting the bid law requirements. So that is my suggestion. Even if we do it in pieces, that we bid them, we actually have bids, request and advertise it and request bids on this part, so that if what we do ends up going over 100, we still met the competitive bid law requirement.
All right.
It was just the dirt work and the concrete work.
We've already put it out for bid, the concrete work. We put it out for bid in the latter part of November. We didn't get any bids. We didn't get no bids on it. So
That was on
then,
tennis court, tearing it out, putting new concrete slab down on it.
Well, no, we did get one bid on the pickleball court.
but did we put just the pickleball court itself out for bid? Without it being the tennis court?
I don't know, because they didn't bid on the tennis court, so I don't know.
But see, what I thought was if we're under the bid law, I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, because the bid law changed this past year.
From 50 to 100.
From 50 to 100.
Right.
But what about the getting three competitive bids? What's that amount go up to where you don't have to advertise for sealed bids, but you can get three competitive bids? See, that's where my question comes in, because I'm having trouble getting bids.
Well, but I mean, if we advertise if you advertise, and if you only get one, that's all you got to.
I couldn't remember if we, but I don't think we put it out separate since we decided to do it separate from so that what the council think we need to do, put it out for a competitive, or put it out for a concrete doing the dirt work, building a pad and pouring the concrete.
Seal, envelope.
Well, the only thing that, my question was, and I had told Todd this person that had already put a bid on it, it was open, everybody knows what the bid was.
Well, I don't think that should be an issue now, being it's been 6 months, over 6 months, been over a year. The public, we never made that bid public, did we?
I don't know if it was, if that number was ever discussed in here or not. I'm not sure.
I mean, it was discussed amongst us because I shared it with everybody. I just don't know if we do get bids.
But even though that being said, I mean, if we got to do it, if we got to go through the bid process, that's not going to.
We didn't publicly approve or disapprove.
How long has it got to be advertised or out?
I'm not sure what the advertising
Well,
requirements
usually,
are.
it's just, I think it's,
For some reason, I was thinking 14 days.
that's what I think, 2 weeks is what
I was thinking
gonna
14 days.
say. 2 full weeks, be 14 days, 7 days, 8 weeks.
I was, let me see.
Let's put it out for bid tomorrow. The dates. Yeah, tomorrow counts as a day.
Yeah.
If you put it out, then it was 14th day, we go to 16th. Big next. That's it.
Well,
Can't find it.
It's done up to that moves.
but this is a,
To there.
Hmm.
Put it out tomorrow. We did.
Be next week's paper before it gets in.
Yeah, this expected already printed. It's in my car.
We can't put a little sticker in each one of them?
I mean, if you want me to go through one by one, you can. It takes some time, but you'll see it.
I've done that before.
you know, just one, because there's two things you got to deal with. You got to deal with the competitive bid law and the public works. This is a public works project. That's they're two different.
That's where you come in.
I understand, and I don't want. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to give. I don't want to give a bad.
Then what do we
It's
need to do?
complicated.
It's very complicated. That's.
No, can't just say, okay, y'all go do this.
I really believe this would be a public works project. Well, okay, yeah. Y'all tell me if this meets the requirements.
Sir?
Tell me if this meets the definition: the construction, installation, repair, renovation, or maintenance of public buildings, structures, sewers, waterworks, roads, curbs, gutters, sidewalls, bridges, docks, underpasses, and viaducts, as well as any other improvement to be constructed, installed, repaired, renovated, or maintained on public property, and to be paid in whole or in part with public funds or with financing to be retired with public funds.
Yes, it does that last part.
It's a public works project.
All right, so what does that mean?
That's going
30
to change
days?
the notice requirements. That's what I'm going for.
Luke, you're supposed to know that, aren't you?
I know the paper side of it, I don't know the legal side of it.
We go there.
If the awarding authority is a municipality or an instrumentality thereof, it shall advertise for sealed bids at least once in a newspaper of general circulation publishing in the municipality where the awarding authority is located. So
if it could get next week's paper, it could be brought up next council.
yeah, you gotta run it at least once. And so your notice that you run would set a date for presentation to bid. So I would say you gotta run it in the newspaper, and then if you know what newspaper you're gonna hit, give them 2 weeks after the notice in the newspaper. So whenever the notice is gonna run, then give them 2 weeks to submit a bid.
So we're really looking at 3 weeks.
Well, Cleve will sneak up there tonight and put it in for tomorrow.
He's already got the paper.
Yeah, but it's already printed. Like I said, if y'all want to go through one at a time and put some stickers on there, like James said, y'all can.
How many papers you got out there?
About 600.
Oh, shit. It's gonna take 30 minutes to stuff this time.
You be done by midnight,
The
dude.
stickers for.
If y'all pay me, I'll do it.
So it'll have to go out next week and then the following week.
2 weeks following.
That'll be, well, I'm talking about the following council meeting, what I meant.
You won't get to do it. We won't get to do it.
Be in June, it'll be in August.
Yeah, first meeting in August.
Unless you have a special call meeting to open the bids. You could do that.
I'll be in the hospital.
Huh?
I'll be in the hospital.
No, yeah, I agree.
I really don't want to wait till August.
Well,
Huh? Oh,
We got stickers to put in the paper.
I know, but I don't want to wait till August.
no other choice.
We change that Tuesday to that.
You gotta run it one time.
But it's gotta be
and
2
then
weeks
give them
after.
time to respond.
So
Puts it in the paper.
could we move council from the 16th to the 23rd?
Ma'am,
Could we move council from the 16th to the 23rd?
Would that work?
in August,
Do you, I don't want to wait till August.
I don't have a problem with it.
It'd have to be the 25th. Let's see. When's the paper? Comes out on Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So that it'll come out in the paper next Tuesday. Wednesday the 10th. And then it needs to run, you said,
You got 2 weeks, so you have to do the 24th.
does it have to run 2 weeks, you said? Or is that just something we're going to do, is give 2 weeks?
14 days.
14 days?
I just said he needs to run one time, and then but the advertisement's got to run once, but that advertisement's got to give them a date to respond. And that's what I'm saying is you give them 2 weeks to respond,
So that's 3 weeks.
and so if it's got 2 weeks from the date the notice runs, you got to respond.
Well, but we just got to put a date, like, so could we put the 22nd? So maybe
Well, if you're
1,
gonna
2,
do that,
3,
you might as well
4,
run the
5,
paper
6, 7, 8,
twice
9, 10, 11, 12,
with
maybe
the
13
respond
days.
date still on the sign.
Yeah, still the same, and you got two publishings.
Let's see how much more concrete we can make this.
That's
James, I need you, if you will, get how the specs needs to be and what's gotta be done, where we get it quoted right. Where it be apples to apples.
Yeah, it's got to be apples to apples. Got to have a bid sheet.
Luke's got my spec book.
Luke does. Luke Porter. He's got specs on it.
Got my spec book, yeah.
Well, we can pull up specs, it's not a big deal.
So we're gonna get it to this loop. You need it by when to have it?
If I could do it by the end of the day Friday, that'd be awesome. Because we're going to try to get as much paper done Friday as we can. Because our competitor's going to be out of town on vacation on Monday. But
I'm all for it. Good.
Huh?
I'll work with you.
Council Lloyd doing that?
Let's do it.
Doesn't need to vote on that. To
We
run
already
it,
voted.
have us, to run it, do I need to vote on putting that in the paper? Or we just good with doing that?
Well, we need a motion and second to run the bid, to do the bid process, to bid that out. And decide what you're gonna bid. Are you gonna bid the concrete work? Are you gonna bid the full package, or what are you bidding? Just the concrete?
Yeah.
The dirt work and the concrete, so slab ready, whatever dirt working in the concrete?
We can do it pretty easy on that. Just make it 120 by 60 with dirt work included in the bid. 4-inch slab.
I done got a motion by Keith and a second to run that.
So we're going to do 60 by 120, 60 by 120 dirt work, 4-inch slab.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
All in favor? I'm still working on, with Luke, on our bids for the street paving. There's been a lot of work going on up here at Exit 30 that's got us a little bit behind on some stuff, but I will definitely try to have that next council meeting. We did get a traffic study back to the requirements is going to be a little less than what I think we initially started, so maybe the cost is going to come down, what it's going to cost to get that 129 and what it's got to be to satisfy the state. So that's a plus. So Keith, you got any other business? Gina?
Did you check on that I sent you?
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bob did. I talked to him. I told him, he said he'd go look, he's going to go and look at it.
And then did you
I
go
told
to
him if
the
he
holler?
couldn't, if he didn't think he could or couldn't holler, and I would take my tractor.
Did you go to a holler?
Now, I did, and I gave him 2 quotes for two buildings. Is that all you got? Tina? Larry?
Since this was February that we initially started this right here on power company, I don't know if y'all had time to look at it. We need to proceed with this as fast as we can. What are you doing? I mean, if you look at it, it's going to save a lot of money. It's going to have good lights. I don't know whether or not we need to go ahead. I'm assuming if they're putting the lights in, they're doing the wiring. It's a complete job.
That's what I would assume. That's the way I would look at it.
Yeah. That's, I mean, the power company doing guaranteeing the work. The rates is very reasonable, I think. And they've got it set up where you make 1 payment, 3 payments, 60 payments. And make one.
Look like I mean, I just looked at it real quick. Looks to me like, but it probably ain't though, because that 676. It's the same amount on the 3 payments, the same amount as the first one, time and multiplied, isn't it?
I think so.
Well, the 60 months got 8.5% interest on. I'm not even interested in paying interest.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I was just looking at that second. We're doing the 3 payments at the same price as 1 payment.
Jenny, if you get them to send you a contract and ask them if the tile work in the ceiling needs to be done prior to this being done.
Okay.
I'm assuming they don't want that tile in their way.
Well, I'm pretty positive as soon as they start taking that tile out, it's just gonna crumble, because that's what's happening to the ceiling.
But
It's just crumbling.
they probably want it out of the way.
Okay, that was gonna be my question when I did meet with them on how they that was my question. It didn't really explain in the proposal is the steps and the how. You know, the ceiling first.
If you can get in touch with him, we get us something by the next council meeting.
Okay. So we just want the contract for the proposal?
Hmm?
You're wanting a contract from them for this proposal?
That's what it says right
And find out about whether or not we
Right.
need to get the ceiling out first?
Yeah, it says next step, sign contract, you gotta have one to sign it.
Right, okay. I can call him tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
What else you got, James?
That's it. That's enough.
Let me see if I'm missing anything right here.
Mayor, the cameras are up down there on the boxes. They've been up since last Friday.
Thanks.
Have you heard anything out of your car, Brett?
We gotta,
Heard anything out of the vehicle?
yeah, we gotta put up some signage down there. There's not enough signage about, it's just like, yeah, it's like when if Adam hires somebody to clean up a place, you gotta put a metal sign stating after that there's dumping, no dumping's allowed or whatever. And I mean, I think Todd can correct me if I'm wrong, but to dot every I and cross every T, we need signage down there stating to the fact that that it's illegal to dump here. I mean, we all know, we know, but I mean, but without it being written and pasted and mailed and everything else, some people still don't get it.
Well, Gina made one, and it was pretty big. I can probably just make another one. Maybe this time we can catch on tape who's stealing it, Gary.
What did the
Well,
sign
the camera
say?
said that it was under surveillance.
Okay.
It was very specific, stated, actually, I may have a copy of it, I'm just saying.
But did it say anything about it illegal to dump or
Yes.
a litter?
Said that,
Anything outside the box?
Why is that overdue?
That was already down there?
What is that?
We were gonna put it.
I thought
Well,
we
I
put a
have-
4-8 down there.
I have multiple times put a sign down there.
Must be where we bought something from down there.
Have we made a street sign, like a street, do we still make street signs?
Okay, I've got it.
Have we made like a street sign to put down there?
We had?
We need to make like a street sign, to put down there. That says specific, like.
Yeah, it
on
was
the
a
metal
very
pole.
large
On the
sign.
metal pole.
Yeah.
That has very specific wording. And that we place down there. And if you steal the sign, or if you take the sign up, that's criminal mischief.
Yeah, well,
You
we
get
got
charged for
stolen
that.
twice.
You get charged for that, okay? And I got off on my high horse the other night in a text message, group message, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's a shame that we have to force people just to be good citizens.
That's what that is.
It's just a shame. And people know that what they're doing is not the thing to do. Going down there and just throwing off sofas and crap. But obviously, you gotta force them to do it. So we need to put a sign up that says that anything that's not in that box, if you leave it, is littering. And you'll be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
I think I sent the mayor, just told the mayor about it. But there's folks that come down there as well, and I can show you, I mean,
I see it.
it's pretty clear.
Because they're just dumping it out.
No, not just dumping it out.
Pick it up.
Go through it,
Then there's
don't
folks going through, and they're tearing the bags open, and they're throwing it all over the place. I've had, since the cameras have been up, I could just about post an officer down there 24/7.
Who's that from? This?
Well, there's another one in the.
Well, the stuff was cleaned up yesterday, and by dark last night, it was done, they was done back down there, which is, like I said, it's all
Complaining
we
because
did.
they need that. But look.
Well, if I ever see anybody down there, I'll pull up down there and tell them, I tell them, and I stand there, and usually they'll pick it up, and I've done that several times. But they don't care.
That's not the only location there.
No, but it's the only one that's that bad.
Yeah.
Now, the one at the old Walmart is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. This one is terrible. They don't do this at the interstate. The ones at the interstate, they do not do that.
The city of
Because they're right
Ewens
there.
have the same problem too.
Huh?
The city of Ewens have the same problem too, with their boxes.
Yeah, well, the ones at the interstate, people don't do that because they're right there at the gas, sitting at the gas station.
And this one is the old Walmart's more out in the open. This is more hidden.
Yeah. That's that one question before.
There is no doubt now, you can get a tag number and you can face.
Yeah, we need to make sure that's posted
So I said,
on the
I understand that, but I hate, it serves a good purpose. I mean,
It's done right.
if it's done right, and it's a shame you gotta force people to do right, but obviously we're going to force people to do right, so, you know. I would like to propose, I would like to have something, some input on the language on the sign. And folks, a sign down there, and we see somebody, if somebody tears the sign down or knocks the sign down, steals the sign, we'll charge them for that too.
And then why don't we, run tag numbers on every one that you got on camera right now? And somebody come up with a form letter to mail them warning, first warning, next time they're gonna get tipped.
Why should you warn someone for littering? Why should you warn someone on littering? After we put the sign up, we shouldn't have to warn
Right,
them.
he's talking about now.
He's talking about right now.
He's talking about what we've done, God.
But now, on the box, it actually states on the box to not put anything outside the box.
Yeah, but they're
That's on the box. Now, it doesn't say it's
I
on
didn't see it.
surveillance.
He took pictures, I wanted to look at that, I didn't see that
Oh,
on
you
the
didn't
box.
see that?
It says that you can,
I know you can
they
call.
donate shoes, clothes, household goods. Doesn't say anything about furniture. Says you can donate those things. It doesn't say anything about putting it in the box. But it says anything more that you might want, you can call this number and schedule a home pickup. They'll come to your house and pick stuff up. I mean, the intent is you're not supposed to leave stuff that won't go in the box, but they don't clearly say that. I didn't see it on the box.
But some of that stuff down there is just junk. I mean,
That's what it is.
you watch them throw the couch off. There's a guy that pulls up, he pushes it up by himself long ways and shoves it off like he's throwing it in a dumpster.
And that's what it's used for.
I mean, there's intent's not hard on that. He has no reason to.
Didn't accidentally do it,
It ain't like he's putting it out there for somebody else. He tore it up, get it off the train.
Clothing, shoes, household goods, no guns accepted. To schedule a free home pickup, call 1-800-so-and-so.
Okay, well, what about this? Did you see this on there? It says unauthorized removal of donated items. Considered theft, violators will be prosecuted. That's on there.
Okay.
So you have people removing stuff, correct? So that's theft.
Okay, but if it's litter,
It's discarded property.
how can you still litter? I mean, if we're taking the position that it's litter and not theirs.
But if they're going inside that box.
If they're going in the box and taking something out, that's one thing.
And they do.
If they're
Theft
just,
is inside the box.
well, if
Outside
they
the
do
box.
that, then they can be charged with theft.
I'm just saying, we're gonna get ourselves in a pickle, I'm afraid. If we charge for littering, I get it, I completely get it. But if we charge theft on thrown out goods, discarded property,
You can't do that if it's on the ground.
No, I think what we need to do is the ones that we know that's already there. We're gonna put a sign up, the ones that's already there. You go warn them and tell them that, listen, we've got you going in here and doing this, and it's illegal. But unless Todd says we need to prosecute because they went in it and took it out, and then they strode it everywhere, which the next guy that comes and picks it up, he's not in a violation. So the guy that actually done the stealing is actually littering as well because he throwed it outside the box.
Well, no, the guys what they're doing is, people would have clothes in a plastic bag because it won't go in the box.
It won't fit because it's too big.
And they'll set it down on the ground. And then somebody will come come
Bust it open.
and sit and break it open and start strolling through it, and picking out what they want, leaving everything strode all over the
I mean,
place.
like it's putting it here and throwing it here.
So it may be, when somebody unloads, it may be neatly stacked up against the box. But in an hour, it's gonna be strode all over heaven's creation, because people are gonna come down there and just start slinging and banging and throwing crap everywhere.
Yesterday, Gary just showed me, is gone now.
So have you seen anyone going in the boxes?
No.
No.
But people will come down there in trucks and they'll throw stuff off
Well,
and go through what's there and pick up something that somebody else has thrown off and take it back with them.
Like it was this past weekend, you couldn't get to the box.
No, that's right.
No.
But there's one guy that made 3 trips.
They make good yard sale items.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it's just I learned a lot. I learned a lot over the last day. Yeah, he don't even live here. The 2 of the guys, one's from Walker County.
And they got a dump in Walker County they can go to.
Ain't got time for that.
Oh, they came shopping.
There's better stuff at the Hannah Box in Winfield. I don't need to go to the flea market.
They may charge them to dump it, do. See, there's some free.
Well,
What about the gas you're using to drive all the way here?
Everybody got them.
I'm telling you,
You say you want me to go warn the ones that we've currently got.
I think so. What do you think, Tom?
absolutely. Or you got them, send them a letter from the police department.
I don't mind going to see them. I just
I
think
think
go
we
see them.
better just go see.
Okay, and say no more, and let's put that sign
I
up.
mean, I
and
don't
then-
have to be ugly about it, but
I know one of them that's on there, and you ain't even told me who it is. I know that there's one on there. That's not the only place they go. That dumpster, every dumpster, where there's a dumpster, they're in every dumpster.
Correct.
That person is. They in that, not only that box, but they're going in every dumpster.
and he made the biggest man.
I think if you talk to him, I think, you know,
I've not finished the video, but I've got 6 different people so far this dropped. And that was in a period, I'm just from the 29th and the 30th.
that's dropped outside the box.
Yes, sir.
You probably got that many that's picked up outside the box.
Every bit of that.
It's gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week.
Let me ask you this. If it's not in that box, if it's too big to go into that box, would we classify that as garbage? If it's never been put in that box, would it be classified as garbage?
I think that's what we've discussed, that there's no reason for it to be there.
Okay,
Even the dumpsters, like Fayette County, when they move, you know, they have that dumpster that comes in. But they don't allow you to dump on the outside of it. And to bring a couch like this,
Knowing it's not going to fit.
Mattresses.
mattresses is what gets me.
Well, there's one had a couch and 3 mattresses. One person, couch and 3 mattresses. And then we threw the couch off and broke it because the passenger stayed in the car and didn't get out and help. And he just kind of one-armed the sofa off, you know, upside down and broke it, and then stacked 3 mattresses up there next to it and drove off.
but then there was a couple that looked like probably retired and just cleaning out, like cleaning out a basement or cleaning out a garage.
I see that.
They took a lot of time, a lot of care to stack that stuff up neat and put it where it needed to be. There was a lot of work that went into unloading their truck. And then somebody else comes in and just,
I see that.
Throws it all over.
But we're gonna have to decide if it's outside the box, then that's just not what it's designed for.
I mean, we've got the ball rolling with you being able to capture what's going on. I think if we get the proper signage put up down there now, but we're gonna have to, I'm even concerned about who owns that property. Cause the bank don't. And it's not a city street, I don't think. I believe that's on railroad property. Close. I mean, I don't know.
Railroad on the other side of the fence.
On the other side of the fence. But where's that fence go? Because there's not a fence behind my building.
How does that box, how do they decide where they set those boxes?
That's Gina.
Somebody over the years gave us permission to put them there.
How often do they empty them?
Gina can get them here.
Almost seems like they're
Yeah, I call
like
him
an issue
just
that
about
it's
every day.
so full.
Yeah. I call him at least twice a week, if not 3 times a week, to come pick them up.
I know I've tried to use it before, and it was full.
Yeah.
And it was like every time I seemed to go by, it was full.
Ah.
But I didn't leave mine outside, I promise. I don't like that either.
That's kind of hard to say. Who owns that?
This shows it comes all the way up behind your building and right behind the containers. The boxes.
So the box is not on the railroad. It must be a city street.
So it's on the...
It shows, the tax map shows that street that where it turns, where it
Makes the 9.
turns. They show it going all the way to the railroad, that right of way going all the way down to the railroad property.
So it's on city property.
And we paved it as if it was.
We claim it as city street.
And we paved it. And I bet you we're the one that gave the fire company permission to set that pole there.
Let's get the signage up. I think
Can we
need
put
to
on the sign that anything left outside the box will be considered littering?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if it won't go in the box, it's litter.
It's
It's
littering.
littering.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's
then the
not
area
inside
is
the box. They
under
don't-
surveillance.
They don't use it though.
No, they don't. They said anything left outside the box, they have to pay to carry off, because they cannot use anything that's left outside the box, no matter what it is. It has to be inside that box. Because they legally cannot, or he said that they can't use it.
Because legally it wasn't given to them if it's not inside.
Well, no, he's saying if it's left outside, it's in the weather, and they can't take items that are left outside and resell them.
All right, we'll get the sign back. I'll let you and Todd decide what to do with the ones you got right now before there's signage.
I'm good with what you said, if y'all, I mean, I will talk to them and just let them know that.
You know, when I went up there to get the picture and I had to wait on people to get out of the way before I could take the pictures.
Want me to take pictures of them too?
Can we put on the sign what the fine is?
Ma'am?
The fine, what the fine will be?
Yeah, put up to $5,000 on there.
I mean, because sometimes if you put up a fine, if it's $50, that may not deter anybody, but if you put on there it's gonna be $500 fine, they might think twice and,
Or you can charge $500 for first offense for criminal littering.
all right, well, put $500 on there.
Second offense, you can charge $1,000. Third, you can charge $2,000. And the city can keep half the fine. Don't have to send it off.
I think we need to put fine on there.
To help remediate, mitigate the problem with litter.
So it'd be 500 to 2,000. Is that right?
Well, 500 is the maximum for the first offense, I believe.
Unless they've got a prior conviction.
Right. That's what yeah.
I think that needs to be on there.
That's what we'll do. I'll give the other Gina tomorrow to do that.
And that means if the sign is stolen, they get charged.
But on the table.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jane would get it.
If nobody else got any other business, I need to ask for a motion to pay the bills. Keith and Gina second. All in favor? I need to ask for a motion to adjourn. Everybody. And then second. Everybody.
State Bank and Trust has been invested in Winfield and Marion County for more than a century. And today, we remain deeply committed to meeting the needs of local families and businesses with excellent financial products and friendly down-home service.
But more than that, we're dedicated to supporting the growth, success, and well-being of our community as a whole. Because when it comes right down to it, there's nothing more important than community.
And just like our outstanding city officials, police, and fire departments, you can count on State Bank and Trust to help make Winfield and Marion County a great place to live for everyone who calls this area home.
Hello everyone, this is Chuck from Span Hardware in Winfield, Alabama. Good to be with you today, and I just want to let you know we've got some new things this year for the spring season. As you can see, Stihl now has the lawnmower. We're going to have a full line of the Stihl zero-turn mowers. We have a full line of the Stihl weed trimmer and chainsaws. Just about anything you need to maintain your home this spring and summer. From lawn and garden equipment to paint to hardware, anything you need. Come see us. We'll help you if we can. Thank you.
This is Eric Simmons from Furniture Depot. We have a store in Guin and Fayette. We've been serving the people of Northwest Alabama for 23 some odd years. We'd like to be your furniture store if you'd let us. And we'd like to thank you for your business this past year and invite you to come and shop with us this coming year and for the years to come. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.
Hello, Lee Hines here, owner-operator of Alexander's Heating and Air Conditioning. We've been family-owned and operated since 1954, proudly serving Marion, Fayette, and Lamar County. We are carrier factory authorized dealers, but service all makes and models. We specialize in residential and light commercial HVAC systems. So as we get ready to enter another hot Alabama summer, please remember Alexander's Heating and Air for all your HVAC needs.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties. You don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.
Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
At Bowen Funeral Home, we understand the importance of a personal commitment to provide quality services and products with value to meet every family's need. You'll find very caring professionals that truly desire to offer dignified service and true value that families need and desire during the loss of their loved one. With our newly renovated facilities, services, and quality merchandise, you can rest assured that we stand ready to meet the needs of your family in honoring lives lived. Bowen Funeral Home is located at 981 Alabama Highway 253, just south of Winfield High School. Call Tommy Bowen, Certified Funeral Service Practitioner, at 205-487-4327.